Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer RC. On the Electrosport RC Raceway, but things are a little bit different this time. This is the first big event we've ever had here. This is Clay Masters 2021. They did try and do this last year, but C19 shut it down before we even got a chance to do it. This is gonna happen. Upgraded pit area with a kind of a rubbery canvas type floor, and the track has been completely resurfaced and rebuilt. Let me show you that. So the regular Wednesday night racing was shut down for 2 weeks while they did a bunch of improvements to the facility. But mostly it was track, rebuilt, and then rollered. I'm going to try and show you how the layout works. It's busy up here. Everyone's practicing. The event has not started yet. This is still open practice. Everyone's just learning how it works. Start-finish line here. Start here, come around. These are little rollers. You just want to roller it. I did try. I've only have about maybe 10 laps on this with my four-wheel drive so far. That's it. So far I found you just roll these. Then this is a corner where I'm having some traction problems, but you want to come in here a little bit slow. You are benefited by flow here, so a little hop. There's a little hump there. Another little hop. Another little hop. Come around. This is a double, but a double into a tabletop, I guess. You can try and triple it if you have a lot of power, but I don't currently, so I'm just doing double. Come up here, a little bit of a cliff down. You come into a little bit of an S-section chicane, but it's got some off-camber humps in the middle, which unsettles you before a wall ride. And you come up the wall ride, down, full straightaway, double, cross the line. The clay is beautiful. They've spent 2+ weeks getting the clay this nice. So I'm very happy with that. Now we just got to learn how to go fast on it. I'm going to run 3 classes here. The Associated T6.2 Stadium Truck 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive mod buggy with my Tekno EB410.2, and 2-wheel drive mod buggy with the Yokomo YZ2 DTM3. There's going to be a lot of competition. There's some pros here. There's Mark Sousa right there. Competition is going to be high. Just have to see how we do over the weekend. This is now Friday evening. Tonight is just going to be practice and then seating. Tomorrow will be qualifiers, and Sunday will be mains. Still only about maybe an hour from when I last checked in. I've now test driven them all, and Stadium Truck felt the best, to be honest. I was only 1 second off my 4-wheel drive time. This was doing 23 seconds. I was doing 24s consistently with this, with worn down electrons on the front, reverse rotation ellipses on the rear. Felt really good. This is reverse rotation positrons. It's the Proline equivalent of an ellipse. And this is also electrons on the front. Very similar setup on everything, to be honest. Barcodes on the front of the 2-wheel drive and reverse rotation ellipses. The 2-wheel drive is by far the hardest one to drive. I'm not sure what I need to do for setup on it. It might just be my driving. I'll play around with it a bit more, and mostly it's the after that first corner you go through that 3 hump where it unsettles you. Just kind of ride it, and then that corner right after that I find the hardest. With the 4-wheel drive it pushes, the 2-wheel drive you got to take it really slow or you go wide. I'm kind of running into issues with hooking up on the steering, but anyway, I'm probably not going to do a whole lot for setup differences. I'm just going to drive them. This is kind of like my end of season. I'm just enjoying myself, and we're going to have fun here. I just had my very first seating round with the 4-wheel drive, the Tekno EB410.2, and I went significantly faster than I did with practicing. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but fastest lap 21.2. I was first learning the track. I couldn't break 23 seconds, so I'm immediately doing 21.2 as my best. That's great. All I did was clean and sauce my tires. I've learned to lay it a little bit better. It's good. Okay, you haven't got to see any laps yet. This track definitely rewards a light touch. There's a very nice sweet spot. If you overdrive it, you lose a lot of time. The goal here is don't crash, smooth, consistent, fast laps. Just like that. A little bit wide there, but stay on the line. Don't overdrive. It's the whole thing. Just don't overdrive. With Stadium Truck next, and then two-wheel drive, and then this will be night finished for seating. And then we come back tomorrow and we start qualifications. Didn't show you any Stadium Truck on track yet. I gotta show you how we get around with that. Show you an example Stadium Truck lap. I've been having some weird slipper and or diff problems with it, but you can hear it slip or bark. I wonder if I've glazed my slipper pads, is what I'm wondering. Because right now it's inconsistent for slip. It's better. This is drivable, but after a couple laps, you feel it slip more. But this track is very good with a light touch. It's easy to overdrive it. That looks slow, but it's actually fast. And yeah, this is Stadium Truck. Whoa, that was tight. That was a good way to do the wall ride. It's got good speed. Stadium Truck seating is done. It felt a little loose to me. I held second. Everything's going to get sorted into the A because there's only 4 trucks right now. Some people didn't show up, so hopefully more show up for tomorrow for Stadium Truck. I'm going to show you a lap with the two-wheel drive, the Yokomo YZ2 DTM3. It feels a little bit better now. I've tightened up the diff, but you really got to watch the track moisture conditions to decide what tire I need to be running, full tread or bald. I'm currently on the worn down ones because the track is quite damp today. Anyway, it's fun to drive, very much momentum based. So you're just gonna ride the momentum around, go up right through the middle of that, whoops, that was way too high. Better to go wide and low on the wall ride. Clock through a couple of laps here for you. You just kind of ride through the whoops. You want to try and stay on the line. Whoa, right off track. On two-wheel drive, they're extra loose, so I put brand new ellipses on, never ran. That might be a bad idea, but we're going to try that because it was too loose in two-wheel drive. I couldn't brake 25 seconds, so see if we can do better. Okay, seating round's done. I just finished up with my two-wheel drive, and now everyone's done for today. It's just open practice now. I did run the full tread ellipses on the rear. It felt better, but I was no faster. Here are my laps. Well, I know I'm in the A for Stadium because there was only 4 of us. I have high hopes for the four-wheel drive. It felt fast. And two-wheel drive, I'm always struggling with two-wheel drive, but we're going to go out there and have some fun tomorrow. All right, day 1 done. Now we go home, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning to start qualifiers. Hi, day 2 at the track. I just finished qualifier 1 and kind of hit and miss performance. The four-wheel drive ran very well actually. The Tekno EB4 10.2, I had no problems with it. The tires worked out well with the slightly worn down positrons, more worn down electrons. Stadium Truck, I was having some slip problems. I have now since tightened down my slipper clutch by a quarter of a turn because I think that's it. It sounds like it's a slipper slip, not a diff bark. So I'm going to try that, and then if it still does it, then it is the diff, and I'll tighten down the diff. And the Yokomo was by far the worst performance. It was undrivable on these full grip tires that I had yesterday. The track has changed enough today where it's so wet that I had to run off track, put these ones on, and then it was a much better experience. But I'm also hearing the diff start to bark in this, so I'm going to take a wheel off, I'm going to adjust the diff a little bit, and we'll see if we do better in round 2. The slipper clutch and the diff is very sensitive and very important, so I'm just going to try and tighten this up. I think it's a 2 mil. I'm not sure. I can feel it kind of grabbing. Checking in halfway through the day. We just finished 2 of our 4 qualifiers. I'm going to go out for qual 3 next. We get 2 drops, so it's going to be your 2 best runs out of your 4 attempts on track. Having by far the best run with the four-wheel drive, the EB4 10.2, I am currently sitting 8th overall. The track conditions are interesting in that yesterday you needed to run a full bar tread to keep traction, but today you got to shave down your tires to run more slicks to get good traction now. So even though it looks the same, you really got to run much less tread on your tires now to get good grip. I'm struggling by far the most in two-wheel drive, but still having fun. I had weird problems where my slippers and my diff is loosening off. I'm now running a significantly tighter slipper on the Stadium Truck and I've tightened up the diff a bit. And on the Yokomo, I did have the diff tighten it down and it was better. I'm gonna do it again, round 3. Okay, my qualifier 3 is done. Tightening up the diff on the two-wheel drive was very good. There's something weirdly inconsistent happening with the stadium truck. Tightening down the slipper clutch on it, and at the start I was doing wheelies all the way down the back straight. I couldn't even get on it fully, or it would just kick up and like I want to flip on its back for the first half of the race, and then something loosened off and it was great. But that's concerning, you know, what's loosening off. And so that stayed the same. So what else could it be? It would have to be a diff, right? And you can check your diff by holding one side and then spinning the other and seeing how much rotation you get. That feels appropriate. So I don't know. I'm not sure why it feels like something's loosening off. This is a fixed position here. Nothing looks out of place. Nothing looks loose. But it feels inconsistent. So we'll see what happens. Qualifier 4 and then mains tomorrow. I may not be able to find it. Something needs to fully loosen off enough where then I know for sure that's what it is, and I may just have to drive it until we get to that point. I don't know. I don't usually like tear down stuff. There's just not enough time to do a tear down. You get maybe 5-10 minutes between runs.
All right, welcome to day 3 at the track. This is mains day. We finished our 4 qualifiers last night, and since they're doing no bumps, we got a little bit less registrations in this event than they expected. So how they're going to do it is no bumps, but everyone gets a triple main. Even if you're in the C, you're going to run the C 3 times, C1, C2, C3 example, and then it'll be combined. You'll probably get one drop. It'll be combined your best run, I guess. I'm not sure how they're doing that.
4-wheel drive EB4 10.2 is my best, and I'm starting 3rd in the B. I qualified 11th overall.
So I thought it was in top 10. I dropped down one spot. So anyway, top 10, I'm top 11 overall in qualifiers, starting 3rd in the B. We just did door prizes, and I'll show you what was available to purchase. I'll show you what was available to win. And I was very happy to be called maybe 5th in line. No one really knew what this was. Unfortunately, this is a great prize. I'm super happy to get it. This is the new low profile. This is like the original style, right? That I've showed you, made a video about. There's now a low profile one. Comes with the rotation piece included. The rotating is an upgrade on this one. This one can hold 8 scale and stuff, but this one is more of a, actually this one can too. This one's a universal low profile mount. I'll just quickly show you what this looks like. And here's what they look like assembled, which is pretty nice. So you'll get to see that on the channel soon. Pretty cool. Two-wheel drive, I'm in the C, I'm in the bottom of the C. It's not looking great for two-wheel drive, but I figured that coming in. I'm just driving it. I'm really not having all that much fun with two-wheel drive buggy on this layout. And then the stadium truck, 3rd overall, but there's only 4 of us in that. Guaranteed top 4 because there's only 4 racers. So it's going to be an A main with the stadium. And I tightened down the diff a little bit more before qual 4, and then the slipper loosened off a little bit. It's better, but there's still something wrong. I think I might have glazed the slipper pads on the stadium truck. That might be what's going on with it. So I'll probably have to tear the slipper apart. I have no parts, so I'm just going to run it and tighten down the slipper a little bit more today, and we're going to go out and race. All right, guys, let's do this.